A very good evening. Thank you for joining me for RTV News in English on this 11th day of October. Here are some of the top stories tonight. Rwanda is undertaking reforms in insurance sector through new strategies aimed at addressing challenges that have been slowing down the industry growth. While Josephine Murebwayire, a recipient of the Umurinzi W'igihango Medal, has been late raised with mourners praising her integrity, compassion and love. On the international scene, following the ceasefire, families from southern Gaza are returning to Gaza City only to find their homes destroyed. I am William Evans Mutawazi, and this is the news in details. Rwanda's delegation, led by the Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies, has participated in the 68th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference in Barbados. Speaker Kazarwa, alongside over 100 legislators, attended the 2025 CPA General Assembly debate under the topic Commonwealth, a Global Partner. On the sidelines of the conference, the Speaker met with legislative heads from other countries such as Singapore, Zambia, Sierra Leone, and host Barbados. Now, Rwanda is undertaking reforms in its insurance sector through new strategies aimed at addressing challenges that have been slowing down the industry's growth. Financial experts believe that these reforms should particularly focus on issues such as insurance pricing, limited use of technology, and innovation to match the evolving global context. We do have details on this report. Car accidents, fire outbreaks, or unexpected illnesses, such risks often remind people of the importance and value of insurance. Experts in finance emphasize the need for continuous public awareness campaigns to educate Rwandans on the benefits of insurance, accompanied by a push to strengthen digital systems in the delivery of insurance services.
Kuki insurance zacu zigikoresha manual system?
Why do our insurance companies still use manual systems instead of mobile-based systems? For example, I recently had to travel, but I noticed my car insurance had expired, so I had to wait until the following day when the insurance company is open to renew it. Our insurances are honestly still using rudimentary means, which is outdated technology. Digitalization in insurance companies is urgently needed for better service delivery. Others point out that high insurance premiums discourage many, especially those with low incomes, from taking up insurance.
Ku bijyanye n'ibiciro biri hejuru ku buryo n'abinjira muri services za insurance ari baki.
We still have issues with the high cost of insurance, making this field not so attractive to business people. Because of this, you find that majority of the people using insurances are those that have the means to, yet we ought to be able to have everyone, even those from the lower income class. These challenges and other issues in the insurance sector have been under review and analysis by key national institutions led by the National Bank of Rwanda and the Ministry of Finance and Economic Planning. The governor of the National Bank of Rwanda, Solaya Hakuziyaremye, says new strategies to address these challenges will soon be made public.
We are hopeful that this strategy will be approved in the coming months, and it will give a broader plan for the insurance sector as we continue to encourage locals to participate and also share their views on what can be done to ensure they take insurance plans, even if it means coming up with new insurance policies.
According to the latest FinScope report, as of 2024, 27% of Rwandan adults, equivalent to about 2.2 million people, had some form of insurance other than Mutuelle de Santé. This represents a 10% increase compared to 2020, when only 17%, about 1.2 million people, had insurance coverage. Let's now go to the southern province, where farmers say that the recent increase in the price of chemical fertilizers has led many to turn to making their own organic composite. However, they say they will not completely abandon chemical fertilizers, as combining the two yields even better results. The farmers say that producing their own organic fertilizer complements the chemical ones and has significantly improved their yields. However, they also add that more effort is needed to make chemical fertilizers more accessible and affordable as prices continue to rise. Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Dr. Justin Nsengiyumva, when presenting the government's agriculture and livestock development program to both chambers of parliament, said that the government continues to provide subsidies for chemical fertilizers as they have proven to be effective. He also encouraged farmers to make and use organic fertilizers to complement chemical ones and also to help conserve soil fertility. In 2017, a farmer used about 32 kilograms of chemical fertilizers per hectare, a figure that has since risen to 73 kilograms per hectare. This increase in fertilizer use per hectare has also boosted yields. For example, maize production rose from 400,000 tons in 2017 to 600,000 tons. And the goal is by 2029 that a farmer will be using about 95 kilograms of fertilizers per hectare, which is aimed to continue increasing agricultural productivity, with total production expected to reach at least 870,000 tons, equivalent to a 39% increase. The fertilizer subsidy has grown from over 4 million Rwandan francs in 2017 to 2018 fiscal year to more than 39 billion in the current fiscal year. Now, on a very sad note, today saw the burial of the late Josephine Murebwayire, a recipient of the Omurinzi W'igihango Medal, and those who gave testimonies spoke about her integrity, compassion, and the love she always instilled in the young generation. As people came to pay their last respect, many whom had known her, whether in a Vega Agahozo association or in everyday life, recalled her humility, her willingness to listen to those in pain, and her forgiving heart, as she had chosen to forgive those who killed her family during the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. Those who lived and worked with her said they had lost a close friend, a teacher, an advisor, and some of the children raised by Josephine after the genocide against the Tutsi said after losing their families, she restored their hope in life and gave them a place to call home again. On behalf of the Unity Club in Hwararumuri, Eda Mukabajizwa noted that the integrity that characterized the late Joseph Murebwayire, should serve as a lesson to everyone. Murebwayire survived the genocide against the Tutsi at the Petit Seminaire de Ndera, and in her testimony, she often said that surviving the genocide was a miracle from God, allowing her to live for the sake of those who no longer had anyone to care for them. That, she said, was what inspired her to dedicate her life to helping others and restoring their hope. Now, moving on, members of the RPF Inhotanyi Women's Forum in Nyarugunga sector, Chichucho district, say they are proud of the progress they've achieved in their development journey, and they plan to strengthen awareness campaigns, encouraging other women to believe in themselves. We do have details to this report. During the General Assembly of RPF Inhotanyi Women's Forum, Mbabazi Mary, one of the women who have made remarkable progress, said her success is largely due to the various opportunities created under the country's good leadership.
Taking myself as an example, I only began with an idea without any capital. I started in 2009, and until today we are still working. We have participated in several competitions, received quite a number of awards, and got money too. I'm happy that I've been given opportunities here and there as a woman. Such opportunities are not only for me but also for every other woman. I want you to know that you are able and capable. All you need to do is be brave enough to take the first step. Also, don't think that if you begin today, you will be making profits overnight.
kibyara umusaruro urenze w'abatangiye mbere.
The head of RPF Inkotanyi Women's Forum in Nyarugunga, Umurungi Monica, said the different trainings and dialogues provided to members have helped many women build self-confidence.
Tugira gahunda y'umuryango utuje kandi utekanye. Umuryango utuje utekanye rero ni umuryango.
We have a peaceful and prosperous forum. This goes beyond the forum into our daily lives and homes. You cannot be a good teacher without being able to teach your own children at home. Therefore, our main goal is awareness, especially for women, to be self-reliant and being humble and also cooperating with their partners.
The RPF Inkotanyi chairperson in Nyarugunga sector, Tumukunde Monica, noted that women in the area also play a vital role in supporting one another to progress together.
We don't have a woman that is badly off, seated home doing nothing, or one who has failed to fend for her children. We have over 150 women who have been supported in Nyarugunga. We ask them to also support others, and they have been doing this pretty well. Women should understand that they should not be just housewives, but instead demonstrate good leadership and be exemplary to their children and everyone else as the heart of a home. Secondly, a woman should also think about how to contribute to the family's development through finding something to do for both her family development, but also for the nations.
Members of the RPF Inkotanyi Women's Forum were encouraged to continue raising awareness on the importance of saving and working with financial institutions to achieve sustainable development. Let's now go to Ngoma, where cattle keepers and fishers say there is still need for more knowledge and adequate equipment in order to increase fish production. Meanwhile, experts in the fishing sector emphasize that fish farmers and fishers must work professionally and follow established guidelines, and that it has also been noted that there is still a need for technicians in fishing farming to work closely with fishers and help them boost productivity, as well as continued government support. Fish farmers also believe that more awareness campaigns are needed to encourage people to engage in the activity, even though fish feed remains a major challenge. Officials at the Rwanda Agriculture and Animal Resources Development Board have continued to stress that fish farming and fishing must be done professionally in order to increase productivity. Ngoma district currently produces 300 tons of fish per year, with four cooperatives involved in fish farming and other 4 in fishing. Rwanda's total annual fish production, combining both fishing and aquaculture, reaches about 50,000 tons. Now, a younger Malagasy currently living in Rwanda who took part in the Youth Connect 2023 sat down with Denora Gladys to share her inspiring journey and her experience living in Rwanda. This is a sneak peek of what will be discussed in details on the next episode of The Password. Let's take a listen.
Hello and welcome to today's dream segment in The Password, where we get a chance to know and also dive into the young people's lives living in Rwanda from other countries. Rwanda as a country that gives opportunities to Rwandans, young Rwandans, but also young people from other countries. Today we got an opportunity to get to know and also understand the use, the importance of Youth Connect. Today I'm also honored to be welcoming Emanuela Ophelia. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Welcome.
All the way from Madagascar, and she's also a participant of Youth Connect in 2023. How was it? And I would like to know, how is it to be into another country from Madagascar?
First of all, I'm delighted to have the opportunity to present myself in this area. Thank you very much. Yes. And about the opportunity in the Youth Connect, it's about opportunity to put in front my country, in front of people, how is it, how is going on, and how can you innovate whole product in Madagascar, because we can improve yourself and also your product in not only in local but also in international countries, in front of people. That's why.
Yes. Where did the idea come from to be representing your country from another country? But I know maybe you get challenges and everything. How was it? How was the idea to say that you're going to be representing Madagascar in Youth Connect from Rwanda?
This was so hard because in my country we have many problems, many challenges about the water, irrigation, something like that. So that's why we need some people, we need some young people to represent your country, our country, to innovate some product who can elevate my country about that.
Yes. And from 2023 as a participant in Youth Connect, and then today in 2025, you are here in Rwanda. What is your occupation currently?
Currently, I'm a student at Kigali Independent University in Rwanda. That's why. And I'm a student. I'm just living here I just finished my study, my license, my bachelor degree in Kigali. I think you know University of Kigali here.
Yes.
So that's why.
Why did you choose Rwanda as a place where you can pursue your studies?
I chose Rwanda because it's a country we can find many opportunities. It's not only about myself, but also about business opportunities. That's why. And also many knowledge. I can improve myself about that.
When was your first time in Rwanda again, please?
Sorry?
When was your first time in Rwanda?
My first time in Rwanda, it was in 2021 when my first place was like in, I don't know if you know Gisenyi. Yes, that's why.
And then from there you took the decision to be in Rwanda since then. Why did you take such a decision?
I take such a decision it's first of all about my parents. They choose it for me because they saw it in the movies and they find it a many opportunity here. And also I want also improve my English because I'm a French speaker. That's why they sent me in Rwanda to study. That's why.
Yes. How do you find the experience in Rwanda in the studies? And how do you find the experience to be living in Rwanda from Madagascar?
It's very difficult because about the living in Rwanda is very expensive, more than my country. Yeah. That's why, yes. So in my country it's very cheap. And also the area the temperature is very different here and also in my country, that's why. But living here is a big opportunity because I found many people who can teach me, learn me how to live, how to act, and also to improve some knowledge about for example, in business or something like that.
Yes. Are there some lessons that you've learned from the 2023 Youth Connect as a participant who represented her country?
Representing my country, the lesson I learned is about Youth Connect, and also can learn all youth to innovate their ideas because any people can improve what they want. Even the small people can improve what they want.
Yes. And as a student, what are you pursuing in Rwanda?
As a student, I'm pursuing a development studies in a bachelor degree.
Yes, why did you choose that? Maybe in also Madagascar you had an option to be there in your studies, but why did you choose to be in development studies here in Rwanda?
I chose in Rwanda because it's about engagement and also opportunities before. Because in my country is one of the most poor country in the world. That's why I chose Rwanda because it's many engagements in the youth and also women's empowerment. That's why.
Yeah. As a conclusion, how do you do you intend maybe to impact your fellow youth in Madagascar from the lessons that you always learn from this country?
The lesson learned in this country, the message I can say to them, it's about to create, choose what you want in life, in your dream, follow your dreams, and also everything in your idea can be true. It can be some impact into society, even to small things in society can be a big everything.
Yes. Yeah, that was Ophelia Emanuela, and also sharing her experience in Rwanda as a participant of the 2023 Youth Connect all the way from Madagascar, but also saying that she've learned a lot of lessons from this experience, from what she chose to do today in Rwanda.
Thank you, and of course, more to that conversation will be in the password this week. For now, we take a break and return with international news.
Every journey has a beginning. From nature comes refreshing fruity goodness that keeps you going every day. With every pack complementing life's best moments. Not one, not two, but 5 different fruity flavors. And this journey keeps giving. Introducing Inyanji's new fruity juice flavors, guava and cocktail. Now available at your nearest shop. Always ask for Inyanji.
Nyiri muto arababwiraga data bati ntabwo wagira umukamo mwinshi utunze inka imwe, ariko nigeze acika intege. Mama akinjira mu bucuruzi hari abamubwiraga bati ntabwo watera imbere udakorera mu iduka rigezweho, ariko ntibyamusubije inyuma, yakoranaga umwete. Njya muri kaminuza hari abanshidikanyagaho bavuga ko nashobora kaminuza naturuka mu muryango wifashije, ariko byarangiye nanditse amateka mashya. Igihe cyo gutera ishema umuryango wanjye kigeze, bamwe bakomeje kumbwira bati ntabwo watera umuryango wawe ibyishimo n'ishema, ariko narabishoboye. Hari abakekaga ko nasigira umurage ukomeye abankomokaho, ariko ubu mfite uruganda rutunganya amata. Banki ya Kigali yabaye umufatanyabikorwa wanjye mu rugendo rwose, inzozi zanjye ziba impamo. Bigereho.
Welcome back from that very short break. On the international scene, following the ceasefire, families from South Gaza are returning to Gaza City only to find their homes destroyed. They are facing harsh conditions and a constant fear that the war will begin again. Al Jazeera has the details.
Rania's twins were conceived through fertility treatment. Their birth during the war, a miracle. Once the ceasefire took effect, the family returned to northern Gaza to find their homes destroyed. Now they are living in the remains of someone else's house, with no running water, electricity, or sanitation.
Thank God, after a long and exhausting journey, we managed to return to Gaza City from the south, only to find our homes turned into rubble.
Rania says they've been asked to leave because they can't afford to pay rent. Her father, Ayman, who's looking after an injured son, fears the war could resume, and with it, another wave of forced displacement.
The war might start again, but the real problem isn't the war itself. It's where you'll live, where you'll stay, especially now that winter is coming.
I'm spending the first night after the ceasefire with one of the families who decided to return to Gaza City. Despite losing everything, they stay in a home that is not even theirs, without the simplest necessities, but with the will to rebuild and stay on the same land where their memories still live. The skies in Gaza are quiet for the first time in many months, but thousands of families like Rania's still face uncertain future, caught between the ruins of the past and the fear of what's to come. Brahim Khalili, Al Jazeera, Gaza City, Palestine.
Now, North Korea has displayed one of its latest intercontinental ballistic missiles at a military parade in the capital, which also featured a regiment of Korean soldiers who fought against Ukraine in southern Russia. Leader Kim Jong-un and senior officials from China, Russia, and Vietnam also attended. Al Jazeera with more.
The pounding of boots and the rumble of North Korea's military might echoed through Pyongyang. On display, new launch systems and the as-yet untested Hwasong-20, an intercontinental ballistic missile theoretically capable of striking anywhere on the US mainland. Its solid fuel engine would make it harder to detect before launch. Overseeing the new weapons, new friends. Kim Jong-un watched the parade with Vietnamese President To Lam, Chinese Premier Li Qiang and former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev. Among the forces marching were soldiers who had fought Ukrainian troops in Russia's Kursk region.
Kim Jong-un wants to demonstrate that the North Korea he's been leading for 14 years is very stable and has strong national defense, including nuclear weapons, and that its international standing has been strengthened through closer ties with China and Russia.
North Korea is already supplying some of these weapons to Russia.
This is a way of boasting about North Korea's weapons supply capability to the world, including Putin and all other potential arms customers.
Long-range missiles are also seen as a way to pressure the US back to the negotiating table on North Korea's terms.
As a preparatory measure for Kim Jong-un-Trump meeting, the parade demonstrates North Korea's nuclear capabilities, military capabilities, and its close ties with China and Russia. This will allow Chairman Kim to take the initiative if a meeting with Trump takes place.
The parade and the wider celebrations marking the 80th anniversary of the Korean Workers' Party were also notable for an absence of hostile rhetoric towards the United States.
In the lead-up to the parade, Kim Jong-un said he had warm memories of US President Donald Trump, hinting he would be open to diplomacy, but only if Washington recognized North Korea as a nuclear power. Jack Barton, Al Jazeera, Seoul.
Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's edition. I am William Evans. Have a good night. Goodbye.